Hi there, welcome to my channel crewvn.com.
Have you ever wondered how the actions of a rebellious group in a remote part of the world can impact global shipping? Today, let's delve into the story of the Houthi rebels and how their actions are causing ripples throughout the maritime industry. Emerging from Yemen in the 1990s, the Houthi rebels, also known as Ansar Allah, are a Shia Muslim political and military organization. Over the years, they have grown in prominence and power, but it's their recent interference in maritime activities that's raising eyebrows globally. Since November of 2023, their activities have escalated dramatically, disrupting the smooth sailing of international commerce. The Red Sea, a vital artery for global shipping, has become a battleground for the Houthis. They've launched dozens of attacks on commercial ships navigating these waters since the beginning of the year. But it's not just the frequency of these attacks that's concerning, it's their escalating audacity and the human toll that's alarming the world. One such incident that stands out is the attack on the Greek cargo ship, the True Confidence. This was not a faceless, nameless vessel. It carried a crew of individuals, each with their own stories. In a cruel twist of fate, 3 of these crew members, including a Vietnamese chief officer, lost their lives in the attack. This act, among others, has painted a stark picture of the Houthis' disregard for human life and international norms. But the True Confidence is not an isolated case. The Houthis' relentless attacks on innocent vessels and seafarers have sent shockwaves through the global shipping industry. These actions have far-reaching implications, affecting not just those directly involved, but also the global economy. As we navigate these troubled waters, it's clear that understanding the Houthis and their motivations is key to finding a solution. So, stay with us as we delve deeper into this topic in our next segment. The attack on the MV True Confidence was a turning point, causing the world to take notice of the Houthi threat. The True Confidence, a Greek cargo ship, was sailing under the flag of Barbados when it found itself in the crosshairs of the Houthi rebels. In an act that shocked the international community, the Houthis fired an anti-ship ballistic missile, striking the vessel with devastating force. The aftermath was tragic. 3 crew members, including a Vietnamese chief officer, lost their lives, while at least 4 others were injured. The missile strike wasn't just an attack, it was a chilling demonstration of the Houthis' disregard for human life and international maritime law. They had been warned, yet they chose to launch their missile, turning a peaceful cargo ship into a war zone. Following the strike, the remaining crew members had no choice but to abandon the True Confidence. The vessel was left adrift, a haunting testament to the Houthis' violent actions. Rescue efforts were promptly launched, with coalition war vessels rushing to assess the situation and provide aid. The incident marked the 5th time in just 2 days that the Houthis had launched an anti-ship ballistic missile. It's important to note that the Houthis didn't just target the True Confidence out of the blue. According to Yahya Saree, a Houthi military spokesperson, the ship was targeted after its crew members rejected warnings from the Houthis. However, it's clear that these so-called warnings were nothing more than thinly veiled threats, designed to instill fear and disrupt international trade. The True Confidence incident was a wake-up call to the world, highlighting the ruthless aggression of the Houthi rebels. But it was also more than that. It was a direct affront to the principles of safe and free navigation that underpin international maritime law. The True Confidence incident was not just an attack on a single ship, but an affront to the principles of safe and free navigation. The world has not stood by idly in the face of these attacks. In response to the Houthi threat, nations around the globe have rallied together, and countermeasures have been launched on numerous fronts. The United States and the United Kingdom, for example, have conducted military strikes aimed at deterring further Houthi attacks on commercial shipping vessels. These strikes have been targeted at Houthi radar stations, storage facilities, and launch sites for drones and missiles. While these actions have been labeled as defensive, they are met with vows of revenge from Houthi officials, adding fuel to an already volatile situation. But the response has not been solely military. In an effort to safeguard the vital arteries of global trade, Operation Prosperity Guardian was initiated. This multinational security operation aims to counter threats to maritime commerce in the region and protect the international shipping lanes that are so crucial to our interconnected world. However, these measures have not escaped criticism. Some experts argue that these actions are insufficient and potentially escalate the conflict further. They emphasize the need for diplomatic solutions to address the root cause of the escalating conflict. Indeed, parallel to the military countermeasures, diplomatic efforts have been ongoing. the United States, alongside its allies, has been negotiating to curb Houthi interference with shipping. These negotiations are delicate and complex, taking into account not only the immediate threat to shipping, but also the broader geopolitical context involving Yemen and the wider Middle East. Critics argue that to effectively address the Houthi threat, we must look beyond the sea. The root of the problem lies on land, in the political and social conditions that have allowed groups like the Houthis to emerge and thrive. Thus, alongside military and maritime countermeasures, there is a need for a comprehensive solution that addresses these underlying issues. While we battle the Houthis on the sea, we must also address the root of the problem on land. In the face of such adversity, what can we do? We can stand in solidarity and raise our voices against these acts of aggression. The Houthi threat not only endangers the lives of our brave seafarers, but also disrupts the very veins of our global economy. The freedom and safety of navigation are paramount to the prosperity of nations, and we cannot let them be compromised. We should not underestimate the power of collective action. By educating ourselves and others about these issues, we contribute to a global conversation that can pressure decision-makers into action. Let's remember the victims, the seafarers who've lost their lives in the line of duty. Let's honor them by ensuring their sacrifices were not in vain. Every conversation, every shared piece of information, and every call to action brings us one step closer to a future where our seas are safe and trade flows freely. By sharing this video, you can help spread the word about this pressing issue. Together, we can make a difference. Thank you for watching.